Welcome back to the Faith Family YouTube channel. I am Jeremiah Forster, a devoted attendee of Faith Family, along with my wife and children. And today I have the honor of peppering the pastor. Wes, I have a question for you.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about something that's comfortable for all to talk about,
Sure.
something that everyone loves talking about.
Yep.
Money.
Absolutely.
And even more, the giving of money. Mm-hmm. So my question is, should a Christian tithe? I know that in the Old Testament, Old Covenant, it was a command, and so is that different now? In the New Covenant.
It's a great question. It's actually one I've been asked a lot, throughout ministry, because, and I think it's asked from a lot of people from a good heart, like they want to be faithful to what Scripture teaches. There might be a few, it's like, well, I want to try to get by with as little as possible, but I think most people are coming from a generous place of what does the Bible instruct me in my faith to give. As you said, there's no doubt in the Old Testament, you have the command of the tithe. Quite honest, of course, tithe, if you're not familiar with that terminology, is just a tenth.
Yes.
Basically 10% is what we would say. But in the Old Testament, if you added up all the things that Israel was supposed to give to, it actually totaled a lot more than 10%. There were tithes, for instance, of harvest. There were tithes specifically given to the temple. There were tithes that were given to supporting the priesthood. So there were a lot of different things associated, more than just kind of the tenth that we think about.
Yeah.
But the real fundamental question is, what about in the New Testament?
Yes.
Because we're not under the Old Covenant. We know that. That was for Israel, and Jesus fulfills that. When you get to the New Testament, it's interesting that the tithe commandment is nowhere mentioned. There's no verse in the New Testament that you can go to that mentions a specific percentage.
I noticed that. Yeah.
Which most people want a percentage. Like, just tell me what I'm supposed to give, and I'll do that.
Right.
Instead, what you get in the New Testament is not a law, but a cross. So what we're called to when we come to the New Testament is that our generosity is motivated not by an Old Testament commandment, but by the very cross of Christ. Which is why, for me, I think it's very difficult for us to say, well, the 10% or whatever that we might think of in the Old Testament, well, that's just like all I should do and I'm good.
Right.
It actually may be that Christ is calling you sacrificially to do much more. And so I think for those of you listening, rather than getting hung up on a percentage, like it's got to be this percent or that percent, it's much more about, based on the grace of Christ in my life, how is He calling me to be generous in a way that looks sacrificial in the same way that Jesus sacrificed Himself for me. So that, to me, is really the fundamental question about generosity in the New Testament.
Oh, thank you very much, Wes. I
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying. And please like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to visit us on faithfamilymn.org and visit us in person, Saturday nights in Burnsville and Sundays at Rosemount. And don't forget to bring a friend and tell a friend about our channel as well, too.
Thanks, Jeremiah.
Thank you.